like Caitlin Clark could be definitely signing with Project B. Guys,
we might be witnessing the biggest signing in the history of women's sports, and things are getting very real. The clues are everywhere, starting with a major hint hidden in a co-founder's Instagram follows. Yep, we're talking about Caitlin Clark possibly joining Project B, the brand new league fueled by massive Saudi investment. The numbers line up, the timing lines up, and honestly, it's getting harder to call this just a rumor. The evidence is stacking up fast, but before I take you deeper into all the details, I want to hear from you. Do you think she would actually accept a deal like this? Drop your answer in the comments below.
Next season. Now, something that stuck out to me that someone sent me, shout out to the homeboy Mike over at Twitter, is this CEO and co-founder of Project B. This guy right here is a serious businessman. He's not just the internet guy. He's a serious guy and somebody you definitely want to pay attention to. Now, what did I tell y'all about Project B? I told y'all Project B was going to be the tide to lift all boats when it comes to women's basketball. Similar to how Caitlin Clark was. When Caitlin Clark came, she was a big splash. That's how this Project B is about.
Let's cut through all the noise for a second, because there's way too much nonsense and clickbait floating around. I'm not here to sell you fake drama just to rack up views. I'm here to give you the real story, the stuff that actually matters, and here's what everyone keeps getting wrong about Project B. This isn't some shady crypto scheme or one of those random online companies that vanish after a few months. No, this is real money, serious money, coming straight from major Middle Eastern investors who are backing a fully legitimate women's basketball league. And the best part? Their entire business model is designed for long-term success. This isn't a fantasy or a hype bubble. It's a real, well-built operation with a strong foundation, and investors who know exactly what they're doing. Interview.
Now, he stated one of the co-founders of the new league is following Caitlin Clark. See the pictures below. This is interesting. So I'm like, let me see. Let me head on over here to to Instagram. So I noticed. I said, Grady Burnett. Who's this guy? Project B co-founder. He's only followed by Project B Global. No one in the WNBA is following this guy. But who is he following? And as we pull up his
Let me break this down for you the right way. The co-founder, we'll call him Grady Bennett, isn't some random dude on the internet experimenting to see what sticks. He's a real businessman. He understands sports, he understands investing, and most importantly, he understands exactly what women's basketball needs to finally explode. He's not just throwing money around and praying it works out. This is a calculated, strategic, fully thought-out blueprint, and if you've ever paid attention to how these major deals start moving, then you already know what it means when a league's co-founder suddenly starts following certain players on social media. And here's where things get interesting. Grady only follows about 120 people. That is a carefully curated list. Every follow is intentional. So guess who just got added? Caitlin Clark not alone, either. Sophie Cunningham just popped up, and Jewel Lloyd got the follow as well. These aren't old connections. These are fresh. Recent. Let's cut through all the noise for a second, because there's way too much nonsense and clickbait floating around. I'm not here to sell you fake drama just to rack up views. I'm here to give you the real story, the stuff that actually matters, and here's what everyone keeps getting wrong about Project B. This isn't some shady crypto scheme or one of those random online companies that vanish after a few months. No, this is real money, serious money, coming straight from major Middle Eastern investors who are backing a fully legitimate women's basketball league. And the best part? Their entire business model is designed for long-term success. This isn't a fantasy or a hype bubble. It's a real, well-built operation with a strong foundation, and investors who know exactly what they're doing. Interview.
At this point in time, it doesn't seem like anybody can compete with Project B. They are getting, reportedly, 7-figure salaries, okay? And I'm sure that number will go up big time for players like Caitlin Clark. And we don't know yet if they've made her an offer, but I'm sure, like, you would be absolutely crazy for Project B to not go after Caitlin Clark. Like, we talked about this ages ago. I was like, if Project B gets Caitlin Clark.
So here's what an Instagram follow really means when we're talking about a potential blockbuster signing. It means everything. A league co-founder doesn't just hit follow on specific players for fun. Every move is strategic, every signal is intentional. And the wild part is that none of the WNBA establishment is following him back. Not Breanna Stewart, not Jewel Lloyd, nobody, but the players who might be considering a shift. He's all over them, building a targeted network around athletes with huge platforms and massive earning potential. Caitlin Clark is the perfect example, a generational talent who shattered records, sold out arenas, and brought an entirely new audience to women's basketball. She's the kind of superstar who can change a league overnight. And Project B knows exactly what they're doing. They're not trying to copy the WNBA, they're building something bigger, stronger, and globally backed with serious international money. The problem in women's basketball was never the talent, it was the investment and the marketing, and Project B is stepping in with the one thing the WNBA can't match, life-changing, generational wealth offers. The timing makes this even more real, because Caitlin is in her off-season, likely weighing her future, and that follow from the league's co-founder feels like a deliberate message. If she signs, the domino effect will be massive. WNBA stars will start picking up their phones, NBA players are watching, and the entire landscape could shift overnight. When you put the pieces together, the timing, the follows, the strategy, it looks like a classic pre-announcement signal. Could it be wrong? Maybe. But everything about this feels like something huge is coming from Project B, something that could redefine women's basketball forever. The evidence is too strong to ignore, and if Caitlin takes the leap, this might be the moment the whole sport levels up.